You are watching the Red Pill Bill Show, and I am Scott Speed. Up early this morning, out here hunting for money, not bitches. But you know, I tell you something. Living in Los Angeles, California, and right now I'm working in Central California, and I'll be up in San Francisco probably before Thanksgiving to visit family members, because that's where I was born and raised. But bouncing between all these cities in California, the one thing these cities all have in common, and the two bigger cities I mentioned have way more of this in common. Los Angeles has a large amount of homeless people. Large amount, everywhere you go. Fresno has homeless people, average amount. Central California. San Francisco has, for the size of the city, has an enormous amount of really, really crazy drugged out homeless people. But one thing I noticed about all of the homeless men in these cities, as I started to really do my Chris Hansen investigation on them, is they all had women. And it was amazing to me, because I'm looking at people who are eating out of garbage cans, which I feel sad when I see that. But these California laws put people in this position. You know the price of gas out here, but let's stay on track here, because I can get off real fast. But my point is, I'm noticing that all the homeless men have women. Now, I got friends that make six figures a year, mid sixes, high sixes, low sixes, but if you're in the sixes, you're doing good. They own homes. They got investments, stocks, bonds, real estate. They're well-to-do people. Some of them are black, some of them are Indian, some of them are Korean, Asian, all types of races. But they all have one thing in common. They're successful. Excuse me. Now, what's amazing to me is most of these guys that I mentioned, the six-figure guys of all races, they're single. Living in America, the greatest country in the world, and they're single. And I'm kind of like, it just hit me the other day as I'm driving through the streets looking at like tents all down the sidewalk, man. And I'm looking at homeless dudes asking me for money and walking up and down the street. And all of them have a woman with them. Damn near 80% of them have a woman with them. Now, the point I'm getting to is really funny in America today. That a homeless man tends to have a girlfriend before a successful man that owns a home, owns a car. Why is that, you say? I'm going to tell you why that is. I'm going to tell you exactly why it is. Because American women like dating losers and bums and fuck-offs and convicts. And that homeless scenario I just laid out to you goes right back into your world. You're the six-figure guy. You're bringing in 150 grand a year. You keep yourself in shape. You eat good. You look good. But it's hard for you to keep a woman. Now, I'm not saying you can't get a woman. Yeah, you can get one, but it's hard to keep one with some common sense. Because you know what she's really doing? She's dating down on you. She's dating Johnny Convict. She's dating the guy with tattoos all over his face. The guy who's gang affiliated. And she's the same bitch that's gonna end up eating out a motherfucking garbage can like the rest of these homeless bitches that I saw. Because they make that fucking choice trying to keep it real. Talking about I wanna date a motherfucker with swag. Let me tell you what swag is. Swag is an 800 credit score. Swag is a good job, a good business. Swag is living well. Swag is not trying to be a cool-ass broke motherfucker that sells dime bags of weed and robs people for a living. That's not swag. See, women like dating bullshit motherfuckers now. And that's why you see every homeless man has got a woman. It's amazing to me, because honestly, some of these homeless girlfriends I see with these dudes, you could tell if you give them a shower, they're not bad-looking women. They really aren't. But they're with this dude, and you probably couldn't drag them away from him. You pull up in your BMW, them bitches still. I'm gonna tell you something. American women have lost their way. They think that dating roughnecks, convicts, killers, rapists, they feel that those dudes, because they're violent dudes, can protect them. Now, I'm always, I'll tell you about black women in a minute. Black women have it real bad. They date down more than any other race of women. That's just reality. Anybody listening to me can see that. They will pass up a corporate dude in a minute, and they'll be double parked illegally behind the back gate of the prison at 11:59 at night, waiting on a motherfucker to come out of jail, man. And she'll take him home and buy him some flip flops and some Jordans and shit, and say, "I got me a man." Holy shit! The black woman's a funny person, man. She's a funny person. But the funny thing is, man, and I predicted this almost 10 years ago. I told one of my boys, I said, in the future, man, you're going to start seeing a whole bunch of homeless black women because of the decisions that they're making. They're making bad decisions by ignoring the men in their community that are doing well and calling them pussies and weak because they can't handle their loudmouth, ignorant ass attitudes. That doesn't make you weak, that makes you smart. But they got it twisted. And I told my boy like 10 years ago, I said, you watch. In the future, you're gonna see black women all over the place eating out of garbage cans. And guess what? Guess what happened 10 years later? I'm right here in California. Black women all over the place asking me for a nickel and a dime. And the bitch is looking pitiful and sad. And she's trying to make me feel guilty because I got a little money in my pocket and she's eating out of garbage can. Yeah, that does break my heart. But when I go back and do my homework and realize why the fuck your ass ended up there, because at some point, I probably asked you out 20 years ago and you turned my ass down. And now look at your motherfucking ass. You eating out a fucking garbage can and you want me to help you. I tried to help you 20 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Women make bad decisions when they choose shitty men. And right now in America, women for some reason love running around with felons, convicts, murderers. That's why every homeless man got him a girlfriend. And the successful man, and let's not even mention the black man, he can work his ass off and have everything in the world, but he can have all the money in the world, but he can never get him a decent black woman because they don't exist anymore. There's so few of them. If you find a decent black woman, take a picture of that bitch. Send it to TMZ or the Inquirer because it's just like finding Bigfoot. Like, wow, look at this. They'll probably pay you for that picture. A thin, decent, submitted black woman? But man, that's a fucking lottery ticket. You ain't gonna find one, man. Good luck. Go play Super Lotto. You'll win that shit before you find a decent black woman. Black women don't want to be decent no more. They want to be men. They want to be thugs. They want to be sluts, strippers, hoes, and bitches. That's all they want to be. That's all their mamas taught them to be. This is passed down, man. I've gone to clubs and seen black women in a club partying half naked, and I stop and talk to them. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then they introduce me to their friend and say, oh, that's not my friend, that's my mama. Your mama's in the club with you. What a fucking example, isn't it? A goddamn example. You gotta excuse me, I got some allergies, man. We had all these fires here, man, and I'm snorting and shit because if you can see all the haze from the smoke, the air is really bad here. The air quality is shit. So excuse me if you hear me sniffing and snorting. I'm not snorting coke off the dashboard like Mike Tyson or nothing. I'm just dealing with the smoke. But I'm telling you, and man, this is a warning to always watch out. Because you can see a lot of cute women that are really down and out and dangerous bitches. Because women today will sit up there and meet a dude that's got it going on, and she'll set him up to get robbed by a dude that ain't got shit. Isn't that backwards? It's like you could just be loving this dude that's got everything, but instead you're gonna set him up to get robbed by a dude that ain't shit. You talking about backwards behavior, man. I mean backwards behavior. Nah, man. America is supposed to be like the greatest country in the world. Nah, it used to be. Man, look at all that smoke, man. That's actually, if you look straight ahead, those are mountains. Those are mountains. I'm not far from Yosemite. Those are mountains up there, right? But you can't even see them because that's not smog. That's smoke from all the fires. The fires up in Northern California that's blowing into Central California. And that's the reason I'm hesitating getting up to Northern California, because I got some work to do up there, but I'm waiting on the smoke to clear out because I can barely breathe down here, you know? But anyway, America, it used to be the home of the brave and the land of the free, and now it's really the home of the slave. Everybody's slaves here now. Women are being put in positions that they haven't earned or qualified to be in. And that's why America is turning backwards. Feminism is turning your world into a nightmare. Most men in America are not happy. The ones that are the happiest are the ones that are single. I'm telling you that right now. The ones, I talk to a lot of married men. Most of my friends, I wouldn't say most of them, but a lot of them that I know from home are married. And it's funny because I see these dudes on Facebook and, you know, they might be 10 or 15 pounds heavier than what they were, but they're not fat. They just gradually put on weight like a normal person. And then I see their wife and shit, and their wife looks like Porky fucking Pig, man. But you know what? I'm Scott Speed. You are listening to the Red Pill Bill Show. And it's time for me to get out this smoke, man. I got to go put my mask on, man. This just got my eyes watering and turning red, man. I'll see y'all on the next video. Thank you for listening.